Well, hello, it's lovely to see you again. I want to talk to you about looking at things with meaning in them. So the reason is, you may know, you may not. So we're also going to do a little bit of a life catch up on this one. I've started my PhD research now. I've been doing it for a month. Things are starting to become clear, and I believe there's going to be so much material that I can share here with you guys to get your life into that Lusher life state. So basically, I think that I have fallen into something that is very natural to me in a lot of ways. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of new words I'm having to learn, like nuances and epistemology and big words, phenomenology, hermeneutic interpretation and all that stuff, you know. So that is all new, but I do find, I watched this video on YouTube because for me, I learn a lot watching YouTube videos, and I've been looking them up and finding, I'm learning loads from that way. It's just going in so much better. Yesterday I found this dude who was very animated, he was very interesting to watch, and he was saying, if somebody tells you a story or you see something in life, you don't always sit there and think, what's the meaning behind this? He said, because if you did that, you would drive yourself crazy. And I thought, I do that nearly all the time. And I thought, when don't I do that? Because are those the times that I'm feeling peaceful? Are those the times that I'm feeling as though everything's okay in the world? Because honestly, if, like, he used the scenario of somebody telling you that their cat has died. Now, if somebody's cat has died, you'll say all the right things. You'll be like, oh, I'm really sorry, was he a nice cat? You know, and all of that. But you won't think in the meaning of behind the whole cat dying and the man telling you the story. But I possibly would, or I'd be interested in finding how people felt who lost a cat, you know, their connection with their human self, and how cats seem to pick up in your soul. Or I should probably talk more about dogs because I'm more of a better knowledge of dogs than cats. But you know, this happens a lot, and it struck me back to somebody who told me once a while ago in a kind of critical way, a sweet critical way, and actually dreamt about this person last night. So he said to me, he said, you don't always have to look for the meaning in absolutely everything. And I thought, but that is exactly what I do. Now, whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know, but certainly for my phenomenological research, it is a good thing. And for me as a human, because what phenomenology is the study of being human, the study of a life lived, which of course is what this is all about. This is where I started like 10 years ago, and it's morphed into that way through a series of events, and this is what happens. So I started doing my human nutrition because I was so passionate about telling my story of my Crohn's diagnosis. Maybe I should tell you guys that and what happened. I've probably done that in a video somewhere. There's nearly a thousand videos on this channel, which is crazy. And we've been going 10 years this year. Don't know if I mentioned that. We need to have some big celebration-y thing, don't we? I know, maybe some like flashback. Anyway, so basically, in a nutshell, this person said to me, you don't need to look at, you know, and I'm like, but that is what I do. So maybe naturally I'm going to be the world's next best person for looking at interpretations of stories of people's lives. I don't know, but there's something there definitely. But I did also really resonate with the fact that if you look at everything like that, it can drive you nuts, and definitely that is true. So where I go somewhere and I'm being peaceful and shutting down those thoughts, and which is what meditation is basically, isn't it? So if you're going walking on the beach and you're thinking, this sand feels nice under my feet, and taking your breaths and watching the sand and the sea, that's not sand, doesn't do that, well I suppose it does, you know, lapping the waves and just taking that moment. Then a bird flies past and I'm like, oh, look at that bird, you know, rather than thinking of all of the things to do with that, just letting it be. And that's where your mind will calm down and it lets other inspiration flow in. So I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to look at everything the way that I do, but it is something that I think you sometimes need to be mindful of and quieten down a little bit. But we do often, I think, when we go in there with the whole secret thing and the law of attraction and metaphysical stuff, we are like, are we here to learn something from life? Are we here to, you know, was we put on this earth for a reason? Well, I believe so, to be honest. Oh, I've just had an email come in. I hope that's a nice one. I was waiting for something. So yeah, I just think I do look at things like that. I do analyse things. Maybe that's what's going to make me a fantastic researcher. But I do also understand that sometimes you just need to quieten that mind a little bit, you know. So I hope that's resonated with you. If it has, do leave a comment because we can have a chat down there. And I'll see you in my next video. You take care. Bye bye for now.